Yo, what is up, YouTube? I'm back from vacation, and of course, what that means is more Uma videos. So, October release schedule, we have in about 3 days, Eishin Flash, a SSR Nice Nature Wit, and an SR Tozen Jordan stamina card on the horizon. The question is, should you pull for them? Or if you have pulled for them, what are they? Are they good? What do you use them for? Let's say you're interested in Eishin Flash's and Oshi pull. What could you do with her, right? These are all questions I'm going to be answering in this video. Make sure you guys leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. I'm very sick. I understand that. So you're going to have to put up with me looking like I cried my eyes out and my stuffy nose. But we're going to figure it out. All right, here we go. First, Eishin Flash. Okay, so Eishin Flash is okay as a unit in terms of like wanting to pull for her. She's very clearly an Oshi pick. Her stat bonuses are nothing to write home about. You have 10% power, 20% wit. That's not amazing by any means for any type of build you're looking to do. Turf, a medium and long distance runner. She is mostly going to be a late surger, but can be built as a pace chaser or as an end closer. Moving on. You have her unique skill, Schwartz's Schwartz, and I believe in the Japanese version, she gets like an additional sort of buff to the skill in that if she's in like between 4th and 7th, basically the middle of the pack for the entire race. By the way, this 4th and 7th extends if there's even more racers, right? But if she's in the middle of the pack for the entire race, then she gets like a 10 centimeter per second speed boost, right? Like even more than what her actual skill is. This is the part that we're gonna get for global version. I am pretty certain. So that is gonna be moved, right? Or rather, this is what we're gonna be working with. Essentially, what it is you cannot be rushed. You cannot have a late start. You can't be within the top 3. Basically, you can't be within the top 2. Let's say, and it also activates as soon as you enter the last straight. When you enter the last straight, you get a velocity boost, pretty good duration, and it's not a greatly boost, but it's still good. What is a skill? What does it do? How does it compare? How does it stack? It's not a greatly, so it's not like an Ogre Cap or like a Simbly Rudolph skill. It is weaker. However, it is very consistent. It's gonna happen at the pretty much the same moment for every time you race a certain track, right? It's on the last straight. And the only problem is that you cannot be tempted, right? You cannot be rushed, which is fine. Is it going to win you races? Yes, but not on its own, right? Essentially, Eishin Flash, as you'll see in her other skills, she has a lot of ways to boost speed. She doesn't have a lot of ways to accelerate, however. And that's kind of what you need in order to complete her sort of puzzle, right? So, moving on. Go with the flow. It's a navigation skill. These skills suck. There's just nothing much to say about it. They don't have very much value. They need to be moving like sideways essentially while this is going on, and otherwise it doesn't trigger like when they start moving sideways either. It's just totally random, right? So navigation skills are not good. Late Searcher Savvy, who cares? It's not a front runner, so having additional wit is okay. It's not the most amazing thing though. Medium Corners is very nice. Any sort of distance type and like corners or straights are very good in terms of like their price, right? In terms of cost and what they give you, right? So almost always get these. So it's okay. The innate skills, like, she has medium corners. That's great. So she's like a medium track, very proficient in it. What do you have for the awakening, the potentials? Well, the potentials, you have homestretch haste, which is okay. It's all right. I think as we go more and more into this game, I think we realize how random homestretch haste is. It happens at a random point in not the late race, but the last spurt, the very final spurt in terms of like, if we look at the Umulator, it happens right here in this deep pink section, right? And it's random. It could happen like in the later part of it, which doesn't really make or do much, right? So hopefully it activates at a good time. Homestretch Chase is okay. Lane Leisure Domain, whatever the fuck this is. Sorry, you have to censor that. Whatever this is, not that great. It's like gold version of Go with the Flow. Focus is fine. It's not that necessary for a late searcher. As far as level 5 in body and mind, that's a gold version of Homestretch Chase. It's okay. It's okay. Like, Homestretch Chase is okay. I probably would think it's too expensive to do, but I mean, I don't know. You might not have that many other skills to pick from, to be honest, with Eishin Flash. She is a very, very pretty Uma. Okay, she's very beautiful. However, she is not a must pull. She has better versions coming up, I will say. She does have better versions coming up. She has Valentine Eishin Flash, right? She also has Summer Trip Eishin Flash. This is like a killer outfit. A 10 out of 10 in my book. So, yeah, I would definitely, like, if you need her now, get her. But consider saving yourself for either of these two. I'm not too sure how they are exactly by comparison. This seems pretty decent. I would say it's better than the one before. Dominator? Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah. I would say this is pretty good. I would say this is pretty decent. It's still not like... You still need acceleration, but it's pretty it's a lot better than the other one, right? Summer Trip is probably going to be fine, too. It seems like it carries the theme of having a lot of velocity, not a lot of acceleration, which is something you kind of have to fit in somehow. But overall, it just seems to have better kits. Yeah, Eishin Flash is a Oshi pick, and she has better versions of herself coming up. However, I will say her G1 outfit is pretty fantastic. So definitely don't blame me for pulling her. All right, moving on. We have the Tozen Jordan SR Stamina card. Tozen Jordan SR Stamina card. How does this stack up? How does this compare to other SR Stamina cards? First of all, is she like going to be an incentive to pull for this banner? Her alongside the Nice Nature Wit card? The answer is no. She's not like any sort of incentive to pull for the banner. However, if you do pull for her and you know you happen eventually to get maximum break versions of her, is she good? Is she worth running over the favorites Manhattan Cafe or Maya no Top Gun? And the answer is rather, I think yes. I think there are certain scenarios where you do run her instead, particularly if you are in need for medium straightaways and medium corners. These are great, right? If you're running a pace chaser as well, amazing. You got 3 very good, very cost efficient velocity skills at very consistent timings. These are amazing skills. And you also get position pilfer if you want it to be a late surger, which is a great mid-race velocity skill for late surgers, right? Like, she has good hints. What does she lack? She only lacks training effectiveness, right? But if you really compare her one-to-one with the popular picks, Manhattan Cafe and Maya no Top Gun, friendship bonus and training effectiveness basically scale the same. So she has like effectively 25 when you hit her in, or you do a friendship training in stamina. When you do a friendship training in Tozen Jordan for 30, that 30 is bigger than 25, right? So she's totally fine. She even has a little bit of a boost, a 5% mood effect, not a crazy amount. Remember, this does not scale very well. However, she's very comparable to Manhattan Cafe. We all consider Manhattan Cafe to be a pretty good stat stick, right? Mostly because she does have higher specialty priority, but like 50 is not too different, okay? Manhattan Cafe notably does have better race bonus though. This is going to get better as we go and with making new track. But all in all, what I'm trying to say is she's very comparable. She's not like super far behind. And in particular, I think she has a very good niche utility in raising for medium racetracks. And in particular, if you're doing a late searcher or a pace chaser, which is actually pretty like wide encompassing, I would say. Right? So moving on from the SR card, let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. That is Nice Nature, the SSR Wit card. The Nice Nature SSR Wit card, you've been seeing a lot of different videos for it. I've talked about my feelings about this card, and my definitive conclusion as of today, right now, is that she is not worth pulling. She is not worth, like, oh, I need to get one copy. If you are a whale, okay, I guess. I still think it's okay. Like, if you are a whale, so first of all, let's just look. 0 limit break, what do you get? You get a roaming stat stick, right? 10% train effectiveness, low specialty priority. That's great. That's what you want from a wit card, right? And that's 0 LB. So very respectable for like a 0 LB roaming stat stick. If you level her up, right, what do you get? You're only gonna max out this training effectiveness when you hit level 50, right? For limit break, which is very expensive for one. But what do you get out of it? Well, you get 10% race bonus, which is great, right? That's great for making new track. I think it's pretty decent for Unity Cup as well, but it's amazing for making new track. But besides that, she's just a roaming wit card, right? And like, we have roaming wit cards. You have Metro Dober. You want 15% training effectiveness, then just run a maximum break Metro Dober, right? I think even the SSR, I think she only has 10. Or no, she only has 5, right? Yeah, probably not. But Nice Nature Wit card has 15 training effectiveness. That was free. That was an entirely free card. They have better specialty priority in terms of being a roaming wit card as well. They also have pretty decent race bonus. I mean, 5% to a, I guess 15, right? Do they have? Does she have like it on her effect? Oh yeah, she does. Okay, 15% race bonus is pretty good. That said, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's a must pull, and I don't think most players should be aiming to whale for this card. Okay, there are other various sources for race bonus. It doesn't have to be from Nice Nature, from a roaming wit card. The only really big thing about this card that I think is a major draw, besides the race bonus coupled with the training, the sort of roaming stat stick, the biggest incentive I would say is a guaranteed on your left, or pseudo guaranteed. It's on the end of her chain events, right? So once you finish this chain events, you get 1 hint of on your left, which is a pretty good acceleration skill, or rather one of the only sources of acceleration that late surgers have, and it's good, right? That's a pretty powerful boost of acceleration. That's as much of angling and scheming. The only problem is that it's phase random, so it's not even too reliable, right? But that said, it happens at the right time, or at least it could, right? And acceleration is very much needed during that phase. She also has ramp up, but I think any Nice Nature card has that, right? Yeah, it's on this effect. So I would say if you're like a late searcher simp, maybe, and you're really looking forward to the future of making new track. By the way, we have another pickup like banner with Nice Nature coming up. If you don't know, she also has another banner. So if you go over here, this one is the Wit card, and then we have another one where she's paired alongside Ogre Cap. This is like at the end of January, start of February, right? She has another run of it. So if you really wanted to, you could just wait for the other one if you really wanted to. I don't think this card is that necessary. I don't think it's that like amazing either. I think it's pretty good for a whale, but only if they're like really into late searchers, I would say, or just having like pretty good amount of race points for making new track, I would say. Yeah. Pull on Riko and Rice. I would say 100% pull on Riko and Rice. And the cool thing about pulling on Riko and Rice, this is like a little bit of a news section that I'm going to be throwing in here. But from November 6th to November 16th, chat, guys, YouTube chat, YouTube commenters, whatever you want to call yourselves, you got 10 days where you log in. If you log in daily, you get a 10 times scout each day you log in. A 10x scout each day log in. They don't carry over. They don't save. So log in every single day during this event. You can get a total of 100 pulls. This happens during the Riko and Rice banner. Okay. This happens during the Riko and Rice shower banner. That's going to be really good. Okay. 100 free pulls. Glory to side games. Can you save the free pull? You cannot save the free pull. You cannot save it. You cannot bank it. You cannot hold on to it. If you don't log in for that day, it's gone. Log in, go to the banner, forget doing your dailies. Just do a 10 pull on the Riko Rice banner. Okay? Do a 10 pull on the Riko Rice banner. You're good. Less important, but still, free pulls. October 26th, which is happening right now, to November 6th, you get one free single scout a day for Dodo. Okay? So yeah, pretty cool of side games to do that. We have a lot of like countdown, a lot of login bonuses, a lot of events, a lot of rewards and quests to do during the half anniversary celebrations. So make sure you guys log in and do some pulls. But I don't think you should be pulling for this one. Save it for the Riko Rice coming up. And you know, if you're looking for Eishin Flash, good luck. All right, that's it for that video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and leave a like and subscribe as always. My name is Rednu. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. I'm sick.